Hello and welcome to episode 35 of the Modern Day Morons podcasts. We're your hosts, Liam.
Braden. Didn't know who he was going to go to next.
Hayden.
And special guest,
Jack.
Jake will probably be joining us shortly. He's had some plumbing-related issues, if you catch my drift. It's actually not a euphemism. He's actually doing plumbing work right now.
No, he's still dead from last week.
So returning guest host is Hayden, and returning guest is Jack. How you boys doing today?
Guest
Good.
first. No, I mean guest host goes first.
Well, I'm good, and then I got interrupted, so now I'm bad.
Oh well, this is awkward now because I'm still good.
As you can see, we just have that synergy going right off the bat.
As always. We never miss a beat here at the Modern Day Moron.
No.
We wouldn't dream of it. So Jack, how's the revolution going?
Which revolution would that be?
The storms. I hear you guys have a lot of storms going on there.
We do. We've had 3 in the past day, so that's been fun. A lot of power outages. I think there's 1 dead person, which isn't too bad, but
It's better. It's like I always say, 1 dead person's better than 2 dead people.
this is true.
For those of you that don't know, Jack lives across the pond.
Mm-hmm.
If you
Is
can't
it
tell.
Scotland you live in? I always forget.
No, it's Ireland.
Ireland, right on.
Yes.
You're
That's
up
the
in
one with
Northern Ireland.
Edinburgh, isn't it? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No. London.
Yeah. Classic.
Yeah, so Jack's from Delaware. So, Jack, you were describing eating goose fat last episode in the chat. So, like, what sort of like?
No. You don't eat the goose fat. You get a potato. You peel the potato, and you roast it in a tray, and it's covered in goose fat. So the goose fat melts and it cooks in the goose fat.
Okay.
And it makes it really crispy on the outside, but really fluffy and soft in the middle.
Okay,
So-
so like,
That is the generic way that a roast potato would be done here.
so what did the geese ever do to the people of Ireland that you harvest them for their fat?
Well,
And-
you see, here in Ireland, we don't like to waste things. So when you cook a goose, all that shit that's in the bottom of the pan, you just pour it into a jar and you save it for the potatoes.
Damn.
So
Also,
that
I don't
leads-
know how you're going to ask that when we live in like the geese capital of the world, and you know for a fact that they're fucking cunts.
they are kind of our version of terrorists. They do terrorize our population. But so the way you say that, it's like how so goose fat you collect the drippings. Another thing drippings are used for is gravy. So does that mean in Ireland goose gravy exists?
Goose gravy?
Yeah, because like how you make normal gravy is you have a roast or you have a turkey and you take all the drippings and mix it with seasoning, and that's how you get turkey gravy or beef gravy. So
Here,
Is that
gravy
goose
is gravy. We don't specify the animal used. Usually it would be beef, though. We would
Yeah.
use for gravy.
but have you ever made goose gravy?
I have not made goose gravy.
Okay.
You guys ever had moose gravy?
Hayden, I'm
Moose
calling
gravy?
bullshit right now if you try to convince me you've had moose gravy.
No, I have. Dead
Wait,
ass.
bullshit.
That's my mom.
So you just happen to have had the gravy that rhymes with goose.
Yeah,
Goose and moose gravy.
yeah.
All right.
Slow cooked moose and moose gravy when I was up in Newfoundland in like 2013 or something, or 2014.
How was that?
It was amazing. It's one of the best meals I've ever had in my life.
Damn. Yeah, I had like moose jerky one time, and that was I mean, it was gamey, but it was pretty good.
I've had gator nuggets before.
I've had an alligator burger from a chain yard on Agricola Street.
I've had a kangaroo steak.
Kangaroo is not a good meat.
It is not at all.
The only worth meat I can think of is camel. Camel is
Camel.
very bad.
Camel.
Have you had camel?
Yeah, they
I would
sold them
imagine-
Sobeys once for some reason. Same
I
with
would imagine
kangaroo.
it's quite grizzly, and like
Camel. It's not a bear, Jack.
I see. My mistake. Sorry, I thought camels were a type of bear.
Yeah, no.
The good old grizzly camel.
Anyways. Yeah, no, camel's not good. Don't try it if you haven't already.
Hey, camel smotes are some of the best.
Liam, I don't think we sell camels here, do we?
We do. I've sold camels. I've bought camels.
Okay. Respect.
It's for the distinguished gentleman.
Of course.
Of which you are, obviously.
Yes. Speaking of distinguished, I can't think of anyone more distinguished than our queen. I really hope she has not contracted any illnesses. Jack, do you know if she's contracted any illnesses?
Any illnesses, you say? Well, it just so happens that the queen has contracted an illness.
Oh no!
And what illness would that be, Hayden?
Good.
I believe it's the vid
The vid.
of the co variety.
I'm bitten by the YouTube bug. The co.
Wait, I don't remember her having a presence in radio yet. You're saying video killed the radio star? That was a bit of a stretch.
No.
Yeah.
But hey, man, people have been saying March 11th.
So, I saw this today, and apparently this was oh Jesus, what's the fucking guy's name? Her son, the one who
Charles.
Charles, thank you. I don't know why that slipped. This is Charles' second time getting COVID in the last month or so, I think. Anyway, I'm not saying he's gunning for the crown. I'm just saying it's suspicious.
He's been purposely getting it and then going to visit his mom just in the hopes.
Now,
she's had a good run.
The sentiment I got from over the pond is if the queen does bite the dust, I feel like the people kind of want Charles to just abdicate the throne and give it straight to William. Yeah,
so the common or the general consensus is that he will abdicate just because, I mean, he'll only be king for 10 years maybe?
Mm-hmm. I know literally nothing about royal politics, so why wouldn't he just be the king for 10 years?
Well, he did fuck the stable lady.
I didn't know that because I don't really keep up on the royal family that much.
And then Diana split with him, and then she died in a car accident.
Oh, I didn't know that's why they split.
Yeah. And then, no.
It was that and a lot of other things, I think.
His children, well, him and Diana never really liked each other in the first place. It was just an arranged marriage. His current wife is the woman he always wanted to marry, but the queen didn't let him.
That was the horse lady, right? Wasn't she like a stable manager? I'm just saying, him and Arnold Schwarzenegger both have issues.
Hey, he's a great man.
I don't know. I don't know what Camilla was before.
I gotta Google this. I hope I didn't just make up that she was just a
stable lady.
I thought she was a stable lady.
Would it be weird that Charles would be expected to abdicate because the queen essentially gave Camilla her blessing a month ago, which means that if the queen dies, Camilla will become queen, and that
so it's generally accepted that the wife of the king is queen, but the previous monarch does have the power to deny them that title.
Gotcha.
Is that what they did to Philip?
No. So the reason Philip wasn't king is because king is a higher rank than queen. So if the bloodline is the queen, her husband will never be king.
Okay.
Because it means he will rank higher than her.
Right.
But if it's the bloodline is a king, his wife will be queen because he still outranks her then.
Okay.
So if Charles abdicates, does Camilla stay queen while William is king?
No,
his wife will be queen.
Yeah, William's wife.
But here, this is the difficult part because Camilla is not his mother.
Yeah.
And usually the title of his father will be the king father. I don't know if Camilla will be the king mother because she's not his mother, but she is, I guess, his king stepmother.
The king homewrecker.
The king homewrecker, yeah. Oh boy. Yeah.
Wait, so the queen has a bunch of power right now.
Well, the queen has power to do whatever the fuck she wants.
Yeah, but like basically my question is, if William becomes king and then his wife is a Kate,
Yeah.
becomes queen, is her queenship gonna have as much power as Elizabeth, or is it more so just queen by title and the king has as much power as the queen did?
Yeah, so the queen has, it's not the title queen that gives her the power, it's the fact that she's the head of state.
Okay.
So Kate won't be the head of state. So she won't
Right.
have, she will obviously be an extremely powerful woman, but not to the extent that the queen is.
Okay.
And then
Gotcha.
I just follow up. Does everyone have to get a new passport when the power changes? Because the passports are issued in the name of the queen. So if the queen becomes the king, does everyone have to get a king issued passport? I guess that hasn't happened in like 100 years, but that's
Well, as an Irish citizen, I don't know the passport situation in England.
okay.
Fair enough.
That made sense. So your passports aren't issued in the name of the queen?
Not since 1948.
Okay, so up until recently.
Well, recently enough.
Recent for the queen, I guess.
Okay.
But anyone born in Ireland prior to 1948 is entitled to both an English and an Irish passport.
Interesting.
Okay.
So, but Ireland, you know, I don't mean to stir anything, but Ireland's still not like fully independent from England yet, right? But you're at the, like.
No, we are.
Oh, you are now. Okay, good.
We
okay.
are.
Northern
From,
Ireland.
from
That-
1948.
Okay,
But
good.
but Northern Ireland is.
Northern Ireland.
Northern Ireland is still a part of the UK, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so
That's-
Northern Ireland would have passports issued in the Queen, I'd imagine.
Yes, but again, anyone born in Ireland under the Good Friday Agreement is entitled to both an Irish or English passport.
Okay.
Okay.
So whichever they want there. Basically just to stop problems arising from people being forced to have passports that they don't want.
Interesting. Do you guys want to hear a fun fact about Ireland? I guarantee Jack knows.
Sure.
Go
Why
for
not?
it.
Part of Ireland extends more northern than the northernmost part of Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
Makes sense. That's
Not really.
So
a little bit of a weird naming convention.
yeah,
Jack,
Northern
yeah.
Ireland is not the most northern part of Ireland.
They should name that part of Ireland Southern Ireland and just really confuse everyone. Because that way, if you're coming from the North Pole, it's kind of like that's Northern Ireland and that's Southern Ireland. If you 180 your compass, but
That's not how. That's not how that works.
I kind of wish we just wouldn't be. I wish Canada wasn't part of the fucking monarchy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Queen technically owns all land in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why didn't the queen step in and handle those truckers herself? You know what I'm saying?
Well, Bray, if she did that, she might get COVID.
Ah, true. Oh wait.
Oh.
Oh no.
Yeah, no. Mallinhead. Mallinhead is the name of the town. That is the most northerly part of the island of
Mallinhead?
Ireland. Yeah. Mallin head. It's in Donegal, which is a county in the Republic.
So I feel like you covered this last time you were on, but the UK is no longer part of the EU, but Ireland
Yes.
is.
But Ireland is.
So
We're
are you
just
still?
countries,
So do you still have free roam to travel the Northern Ireland border?
Yes, that was a
Okay.
big issue because for years there was a border on the island and that was not a good place to live either side. And just caused a lot of issues. So when they got rid of the border, it kind of alleviated everything. But then people got worried with Brexit if that border would come back.
Mm-hmm.
But the US and all of Europe were very adamant that no border would return to the island, because we didn't want it, and they all were involved in the peace talks, so they didn't want it either.
Does that affect travel to the UK for you guys though? Like on ferry,
No.
do you need a passport, or you just have full range to the UK?
So Ireland is basically acting as if the UK is still in the EU.
okay,
We are a common travel area. We can travel freely around, and we still, unlike the UK, where we can travel freely to anywhere in the EU. The only thing is that anything coming in from the UK to Ireland now, we have to pay customs on, which we didn't before.
right.
Really?
Gotcha.
Okay.
Have you become accustomed to that? Yeah.
No. I get texts all the time from Unpost, which is our postal service. And they're like, you owe us money. And I'm like, well, I didn't realize this when I bought this, that you were going to charge me an extra 20% on top of that. So I don't have your money.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, I still am kind of like envious, especially in a pre-Brexit world of just like, you guys could kind of just go wherever, which was nice. Like,
Yeah.
that's pretty sweet. Yeah, and also, so there wasn't any like import tax or anything on stuff like that prior.
Nope.
Really?
No.
That's surprising. Even like here, like US to Canada, sometimes we'll get like an extra $100 shipping charge on something.
No.
Like after like when it arrives, which is crazy.
I have never had that happen, literally ever.
I had it happen once. Never again. I ordered a Kanye vinyl and it showed up at the door and the guy's like, yes, you got to pay this $140 right now. I was like, I don't have that money. And then I never got the record.
Lovely.
Wow. So I know tariff talk is terribly interesting, but just a further point I want clarification on. So the customs tax you pay, is that merely from items that originate from the UK? Or if you get something shipped from like Belarus, but it goes through the UK and then to Ireland, do you have to pay additional charges?
Anything that touches the UK.
Wow.
If it goes from the UK to Ireland, we have to pay customs.
Does that include if it comes from Northern Ireland?
Yes.
Really?
Damn. So if the buddy with the parcel delivery just fucking decides to fill up gas in Northern Ireland, it just fucks the entire value of all the packages.
Bit of a strange decision, but I guess so.
Just really rerouting there.
But yeah, no, it's cheaper now for me. I usually order off Amazon.co.uk, but now I order off Amazon.de because it means I don't have to pay. Yes, I order from Delaware specifically now. No,
shipping capital of the world.
The German Amazon is where I get all my packages from now.
Makes sense.
That's what confuses me about Germany is how Germans call it Deutschland, because it's like it's called Germany, but it's like they have a different name for it in German.
But it's like the same with Japan. Japan, they call it Nippon.
Ireland is era.
Well, yeah,
we just have.
Yeah, countries have different names for themselves.
Yeah.
This is fucking bullshit. We should just have one universal language that only applies to country names, so everybody has the same country names. Like next, you'll be telling me like Spain is like Espanol or something.
It's not that Spanish.
Yeah. It is actually right. I think you're right.
It is España.
Yeah, there you go. Not everything revolves around the English language, Liam.
But doesn't Deutschland literally like translate to motherland? Like they live in motherland?
Yeah, because it's their motherland.
Yeah, but Canada translates to something from like it's from a Ukrainian word, I think. Funny enough.
No, I thought Canada came from
Kanata,
misunderstanding
large village.
Yeah, misunderstanding what people were like, misunderstanding natives when they came here and they were like, "Hey, what do you call this place?" Correct. And they were like, "Canada." And then they're like, "Okay, well, I guess it's Canada," but Canada was just like the local regional word for like small village.
It means like it means like some village.
Well, it turns out you guys are probably correct.
Yeah, no, Braden's absolutely correct.
I remember this. Shout out, Mr. I'm not going to dox my teacher, but shout out my Canadian Studies history teacher.
Shout out you.
Oh, yeah.
Histoire du Canada.
You had fucking Alex.
My boy Alex. We'll call him that. My man.
Alex. Man, that guy was a real shit song. Moving on.
Do you guys know that as of right now, well, I don't think as of right now, but as of a couple of days ago, there's a boat in the Atlantic Ocean.
There's a boat?
There's a boat? Wow, holy shit. Breaking news! Boat's located! There's a boat.
Watch out, everyone.
There's a boat.
Ocean has boats.
In the Atlantic Ocean, and it's on fire. And it is a vehicle carrier carrying 4,000 Audis, Bentleys, Porsches, and possibly some Lamborghinis.
So does maritime law apply to that, like finders keepers?
I'm pretty sure it's in the exclusive economic zone of like Spain, so I don't think international law. I don't think like internet. What the fuck do you call it? Law of the seas or whatever. I don't know if that applies there because it's in a country's EEZ.
Okay.
Or there's a boat in the
law or something.
I think it's called like the Felicity Ava or something.
I'm looking this up.
There's admiralty law or maritime law. Yeah,
Maritime law just means that the captain's in charge.
but isn't there also like finders keepers in that? Like if you find a shipwreck, you can just
No.
I
Claim
thought
all that shit.
isn't that why like piracy is still illegal?
Yeah. Otherwise,
Well,
piracy
yeah.
would be a legal career choice.
no, but it's like
I
if
mean,
you
it is
find,
in
like,
some places.
if you find an abandoned vessel.
Finders, keepers.
It's
You can't-
it's
you
the
can't just
Felicity
locate
Ace,
a
by the
boat.
way.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Yeah, but if I sink it, then I can just take whatever's on it.
No,
Yeah.
because it's the salvage people.
A common misconception is that finders can keep discoveries at sea, but under international law.
So what I'm hearing is I was right. So yeah, it turns out I was right this entire time.
No, you weren't. It's like there's a place in America where you can technically get away with murder.
Yeah, it's
Um,
it's in Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Is that little ghost town?
No, it's a little tiny like sliver of land. And it's something to do with if you're on trial, the jury has to be from that district,
And there's
But nobody lives there.
or something.
is in another state,
Yeah.
and because they're in a different state, they can't. Anyway, basically means that there can't be a jury, so you can't be tried.
I think I saw like a Vox video on that.
Yeah, Brian, we should
Interesting
take a trip down there. I have something to tell you.
I'm in danger.
I pulled it up from Wikipedia. The Zone of Death is a 50 square mile part of Yellowstone National Park in the U.S. state of Idaho, in which, as a result of a purported loophole in the Constitution of the United States, a criminal could theoretically avoid conviction for any major crime, up to and including murder. And there's a little figure if you go to the Wikipedia page. I don't know if you have a way to pull that up there, Liam, on the screen. But there's like Yellowstone is almost entirely in like Wyoming or something. And then there's just a small slice of it in Idaho. And because the entire thing is like federal land, but it's operated by Wyoming, but that bit's in Idaho and literally nobody lives there, then there's nobody that can try any crimes from there. I don't know how well that works in practice, but
Yeah, no,
it
definitely. If you were to do something, they would find a loophole to try you. They're not just going to be like, you know what, fair enough.
you won against the system.
You did it. Congrats.
And just there's one way to find out.
Try it, yeah.
Field trip.
Uh-oh.
Who volunteers to be the victim?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Jacob's already dead, so like
Jacob is already dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Liam pays for the StreamYard here, so I mean, it only feels right that if one of us is to survive the podcast, it should be him.
One day I've somehow outlived you both, and I'm just a sad old man just rambling about like old podcast episodes. But every intro, I'm like, hello and welcome to episode 2487 of the Modern Day Morons podcast. I'm your host,
Liam. And cuts to blank screen. And
it says your name, but there's nothing there.
Or just a camera points out like a headstone.
I like messaging like Hayden, hey, I want to guest host on the podcast. He's like, I'm having my grandkids over, man. I messaged Jack. He's like, I have my dialysis treatment. And I'm like, fuck.
Jesus.
Life is not going good for me.
Yeah, no, you gotta take better care of your kidneys, man. Those shits will fail you.
Sorry.
You
It's
better
the
be
Irishman.
put away those fucking energy drinks you've been drinking on and drink some goddamn water.
Done.
Water.
That's how you pronounce
energy drinks.
Water.
I was talking to Jack, you narcissistic bastard. Also, water is how you pronounce it.
oh my god, let's not even get
Water.
Yeah, it's water.
Bob Ross pronounces it like I do. There was another celebrity that pronounces it like I do. So there we go.
That's two.
Mm-hmm. I
There
have
we
So-
go.
a couple billion other examples of people who might disagree with that, but
No, it's water.
Oh, boy.
Wada.
Wada.
Are you from
Not
Boston?
water.
Water. Water.
Boston.
Boston.
How do you guys pronounce porridge?
Porridge.
Porridge.
Okay.
Porridge.
I say porridge, and I was getting clowned on by fucking Jacob's Discord a couple weeks
Porridge.
ago
Yeah.
in a voice chat because I kept saying that. So I wanted to know how you guys pronounce it.
Porridge.
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 Porridge. Porridge.
Porridge.
Porridge. What's the other way to say porridge? Like what?
Porridge.
Porridge.
Porridge. Is it one syllable or two? Porridge or porridge?
Porridge. Two. It's two syllables. Porridge.
Wait, how are you saying it, Hayden? Are you saying it as one syllable or two?
Porridge.
He's saying
it as one.
He's saying it as one. No, I'm saying it as two.
He's saying porridge.
Porridge.
I think Jack's just saying it a little different for regional reasons, but Hayden, that is definitely wrong.
Wow.
Hayden.
Purge.
Porridge. Hayden, it's not spelled like forge.
You're right.
Porridge.
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 Do you say porridge door?
No, I say corridor.
Yeah.
How do we all say garage?
Or corridor.
Garage.
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 Do you
Garage.
actually say garage is garage, Liam?
What?
I don't think I've ever heard you say garage or garage.
Well, whenever I ever talked about garages.
That's what I'm saying.
Garages.
Oh my god.
Oh, buddy.
Language is fun, isn't it, everybody?
Yep.
The English language is a goddamn mess, though, for real.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
It should be pronounced sword. I stand by that.
Like sword?
It's slightly less intimidating.
Sword. Why is the W there?
Well, why is there a U and an E and a U and an E in the word Q?
Why isn't two?
Speaking of words, are any of you guys
It just doesn't exist.
Why isn't eyes? Yes.
Are any of you guys on the Wordle grind?
I am.
Absolutely.
No.
So
That's what gets me out of bed in the morning. The word today was bullshit. That's
So
how
was the
I
word
even
yesterday.
know the word.
So was the word yesterday. All right. So for anyone that
Some-
doesn't want fucking Wordle spoilers on words yesterday or today,
5,
just mute
4,
for like fucking a
3,
minute.
2, 1. Okay, feel free.
So yesterday was the word swill. SWILL. And swill means
I don't know.
give me 2 seconds for my shit computer to load. Maybe 3 seconds.
Is swill like a swig?
Swill means to wash or rinse out by pouring large amounts of water or other liquid over or onto it.
Yeah.
And today the word was tacit. TACIT. Have you guys ever heard that word before in your
Okay.
fucking life
Swill,
ever?
I know.
say tacit?
Tacit, I don't.
Tacit. That was
I've
a
heard
bullshit
tacit,
word.
but I've never heard swill.
I've heard
I'm the
swill,
other
but
way
not
around. I've
tacit.
heard swill, not tacit. Yeah.
Tacit is understood or implied without being stated.
Ah, yes, taciting.
My hate for Harvey is very tacit.
Didn't feel right.
All right. Anyway, spoilers over. Anyways,
I hope
Wordle
you
is
drown
fucking
in a swill.
Wordle's just making up words now.
There's only so many 5-letter words.
There's more than I guarantee you there's more than like 240. I don't have to make up words just yet.
That is
Also-
my question, though. So what happens in like? I guess they can just root back
Reuse
through
words.
them,
Add a letter
like,
or take away a letter.
Take away a guess and take away a letter. Easy.
I feel like they'll just reuse words because they have a lot of words to work
I
with.
feel like they'll just reuse words.
Like they'll use porridge one day.
It's not like
Porridge.
crossword-
PORDGE. Porridge.
porridge.
But yeah, no, tacit was bullshit. I did get it, luckily enough. But
Yes,
it
spoilers.
was
What
on my
guess
last
did you get it
try.
on?
I
That
got
was
it
my
on
last
6.
test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I got swill on my 6th one last time, but it was bad because I did like I think on my 2nd or 3rd try I did like still and then spill and then I was like, what the fuck is it? I'm like, is swill a word? And I'm like, guess so.
I have the same strat I use every time. I call it the arson strat. So I always use the word burnt and then place and then fishy. And then I have pretty much all my letters by that. And if I don't yet, I use the word modge. So I used all those for swill. And I had no fucking luck. I didn't know what it was. And then I hadn't used W yet. So I typed in wills and I had all my letters with one in the right place. So I was like, all right, well, I don't think this is a word. and I put it in swill, and it was fucking right, and I lost my goddamn mind.
I hate when they double up on letters, and also, Hayden, I thought you'd be a man who'd play on hard mode.
Is there a hard mode? I thought that was hard mode.
No, hard mode is
hard
you
mode?
have to use any letters you discover. So if you discover a letter in the right place, your next guess has to have that letter in that place.
That's how I did it when I played.
I didn't know that made it hard mode. It just
makes the most sense.
Idiot, I think.
Well, no, because for Hayden's strategy is to knock out as many letters as possible.
Yeah, just to understand
Yeah, but there's a hard mode option if you have that little settings gear. I turn mine to dark mode. I don't play on hard mode, so I don't blame you. But I just thought you'd be a hard mode man.
No, I didn't know
that. I would when I played it, which is very, 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 very occasionally. Once I figure out a letter, I keep that letter in the word.
Yeah, all the time.
I don't. I just go until I have all the letters, and then I figure it out. But
no, I do see you kind of go for like an algorithm in your brain to figure it out. And you're going through like 6 different words trying to figure out okay, this is. I
always start with burnt because the U in the second place. If there's no U there, then it doesn't start with a Q. Easy enough. So that knocks out a whole extra letter.
Yeah, all those Q words, they've been fucking challenging us.
There have been a couple. I went through the entire Wordle backlog when I was bored, and there have been a few of them.
I mean, also, too, I hate when they double up the letters. That really fucks with my brain.
Yeah.
Wait, when they what?
They double up, so there's two vowels. And the worst is when they double up with a vowel. Like, there was a wake, and then I think there was elder, and I think those two are back-to-back. And both of those took me a little bit. Yeah, Tristan's just never been on this podcast yet after 35 episodes.
Imagine
Dragon.
We've literally crossed the Atlantic Ocean before getting our friend we've known for like.
I mean, it just made the most sense, surely.
It does, yeah.
I mean, Lemon has like a voice for radio.
It's true.
Thank you. And
for Irish radio, not pure radio.
Yeah, obviously. No one else can understand me.
What? True. We actually have he's off screen right now, but we have a translator.
Yeah.
He translated it into sign language, and then I translated
sign language.
Yeah, sign language.
We also have a Liam interpreter.
Even that's only hitting at about 50%. It's hard to understand my big brain.
Your garage.
Speaking of, forgot my Twitch username. LOL says here, Irish radio is just a car crash. That just brought back a memory in my mind, and I'm wondering if you've seen it, Jack. Of the, it was like I think it was an Irish PSA against drunk driving or speeding or something like that, and it's like a bunch of kids on a field trip out to some pond or something.
Oh! I know what you're talking about.
And fucking rolls them, and it is like
it's an ad.
Yeah, and
there's these kids having a great time. They're having a picnic, and then a car just topples them all.
It's like so violent and so excessive, and it comes out of like nowhere though. And so the only reaction I can have, even though it's supposed to be terrible,
this is it. Yeah, it just kills them. It kills them all.
Is that safe to watch here?
I mean, it's an ad on TV. So
people have reacted on Twitch before.
I should probably turn the music off in case we get copyright.
Yeah,
that is the issue.
Well, okay. To be fair, it doesn't actually show children dying.
No.
Okay, this guy's just on his way to work.
Yeah, these kids
going out for a little field trip, collecting bugs, doing kid stuff.
Yeah, Rory's right. He used to play after the news.
This guy's not even like drunk or anything. He's just chilling.
He looks at his phone.
Motherfucker. Oh, he's doing kind of fast too. Oh.
And see you later, children. It's actually really sad.
We're all going to hell, but I can't watch that and not.
The reason this was the ad is because every year a classroom's worth of children die on the roads, which is why
like
they chose.
An awful statistic.
Yeah,
it is sad, but it's just oh my god. Oh,
it was so brutal. And the first time you watch it, you're
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, the Irish know how to make an effective ad, I suppose.
Dude, I want to edit that ad and then just have a bunch of the Minecraft XP orbs just like over the jacket.
You can't do that.
He can. It's not real
No.
children dying, so it's fine.
Wait, Jack, back up. You said the reason they had that ad was because this kept happening?
No. So
Yeah, this is a continual problem.
yeah, just
This
all
ad
the
is a
time.
documentary.
No.
Every minute in Ireland.
A minute passes.
No, a classroom's worth of children die a year.
Oh.
Not a
They just stop
classroom
dying on the
keeps
road.
dying. It's not this one classroom that just keeps getting wiped out.
This one classroom is stuck in a time loop.
Well, listen.
Groundhog Daying their deaths.
You might call me a madman, but my theory is that seems like a better way to do it. Just wipe out one class at the start of the year, then no other children die, and you don't have to worry that every time you send your child home to school.
Yeah, that is
might
exactly
be
how
the
that
last-
works.
So you just wipe out an entire
Actually, I'm
class.
pretty sure that's what the ad is advocating for.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
definitely not
it's
for people
actually
to slow
saying
down
if
or
you're going to
anything.
kill children, kill them all at once, please.
Mhm.
I mean, it's better for the parents. You save money on funerals. You just have one mass
One
funeral.
giant
Or
funeral.
they just don't have to die.
No.
Hayden, that's not a fucking option, man. They have to die one way. I'm just saying, instead of every day, they don't know if they're coming home to that spaghetti and meatball dinner. You just, one day a year, you pick it, you send your kids to school. They make it back that day. They probably will. It's only one classroom. There's probably thousands of classes in Ireland. Your
It's like
children
the
make it
Hunger
home, and you
Games.
got a full year to not worry about it, man.
They take a classroom out of a hat, and that classroom is the one.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be a car. Car seems painful. You can just do like a chamber of
plane.
sorts.
Oh
I think
no!
this might be the conversation that finally gets the podcast banned.
I think it might be. Are we advocating for child murder right now?
No, just
I'm not.
send
I'm
those,
Absolutely
I'm
not.
not.
send those second graders to the Chamber of Secrets.
In a video
Harry
game.
Potter reference. In a video game.
It's only him. It's just him that's doing it. Not us.
Listen, they may say I have extremist views on things, but I think children shouldn't go to school every day thinking they might die.
Take
If
your
you also
glasses
think
off.
that,
Is there a
join
giant
my-
scar like across one of your eyes, like a supervillain?
Join my cult. But yeah, anyway, I don't know. I think there's some logic behind that, but
No.
There
you guys
would
seem
be
to-
if that affected the statistic at all, but that year it would just be two classrooms worth of children.
No, because if you do it on a day where a kid would normally die, it would be 2 classrooms minus a kid.
Not
You know, every
necessarily.
classroom in Ireland isn't the same size.
The kid doesn't die on a
Yeah,
set
we could
day
do a
every year,
small
Liam.
classroom. It'd just be a bunch of rural folk. Listen. If you guys don't want to deal with the times will pass you by. I'm
right,
just
Braden.
advocating.
Braden, you're going to go to Liam's house. You're going to take away his PC so he can no longer play Euro Truck Simulator, so he
Oh,
can't learn the Irish roads.
That's actually a good idea. I don't know what he's advocating for you, but it's scaring me.
You know what? If you guys can't see, I can't
You're
convince
gonna
you.
apply for a visa someday, and they're gonna find this video.
Yeah,
You're going to find all the podcast videos.
William will try and like pop over to visit you sometime, Jack. Do a little dual stream or something in person, and they're gonna outright deny him. They're like, "No, this is Liam Godley. This is the man."
Crew fucking
threatened
to break down Jack's door and
This
arrest
guy
Liam.
tried to convince people to take out an entire classroom of children in one go.
I mean, Liam's an Irish name. I'd fit right in. All I'm saying is you might see me, and it's just me, and you see a bunch of small coats behind me. I'll just be like, take me away with your human laws. I did what had to be done. I'm just saying we should start a movement so less kids die.
So how's the
By
whole
killing-
new, like, fresh and revitalized, like, good podcast thing going this year?
Yeah,
Pretty good.
with non-controversial topics.
Apparently, when Jacob dies, we we went right back to it.
Yeah, when he's not here
Jacob
to
died
stop
and Liam had
us.
a lust for child blood or something.
No, that's what I want to prevent. These propagandists are
Then
making
don't
it
kill
seem like
kids.
I'm the bad guy.
The
I don't
only
want-
solution to stopping children dying is to kill them all.
Not all. Okay,
Then there's
you're,
no children to die.
you're taking my words, you're forming them into a monstrosity and spitting them back into a figure I do not recognize myself. All I am saying is we got to be efficient.
Okay, but what if we just drive safer?
Yeah, I like that idea better.
Listen, I
personally.
wish we could live in a perfect utopia world. There's always going to be assholes out there not following the rules set by man. So we can sit by passive and watch
Are you
children die, or we can take an active role in helping to solve the problem. I
But it
want to be
doesn't
part of the
solve
solution.
problem at
But this isn't how statistics work.
This is something. Hard
I mean,
cut.
Anyway, so the Queen has COVID.
So
Let's talk about that.
Ukraine-Russia tensions. Jack, how does that feel as a person in the EU?
Well, you see, as a member of one of the few neutral countries in the EU, we're fine.
Oh, good.
What are the other neutral countries
Uh,
in the EU specifically?
in the EU specifically. What? Surely the smaller ones. Is Switzerland one of them, or is it Sweden?
Switzerland's
Never in the EU.
Switzerland's usually neutral on
They
like
stayed
wars.
neutral World War II, baby.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why I
they-
thought they were in the EU. Cause
They're like the
best.
Bang.
Austria, Ireland, Finland, Malta, Sweden.
Damn, that's a
Sweet.
good one. Surprising.
Didn't Switzerland hold up a bunch of like Nazi gold and shit because they
Yep.
were like the banks for like EU?
Mhm.
Apparently, Switzerland had like the most efficient trains in the world. Like they're always on time to a tenth of a second.
Did you what?
Switzerland has very efficient trains. Braden.
Okay, sorry. I thought I don't know why, but for some reason I heard clocks, and I'm like, aren't
Yeah,
all clocks a tenth of a second? Like,
Yeah,
you
those
have a
damn
clock that's off by more than a tenth of a second. That's definitely a problem.
those Swiss bastards always know exactly what time it is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Shout out. I'm very envious of a lot of European countries though, because you guys actually have like good travel infrastructure, and
Wait.
we don't have that at all.
But
There's
you
a
guys
really
always
good
have
Michael-
to.
Go ahead, Liam.
No, you go.
There's a really good Michael.
But you always
Moore,
have to.
There's a really good Michael Moore documentary called "Where to Invade Next," and it's like comparing Europe to the U.S. and like how much better Europe has some things like fucking infrastructure and schooling and stuff like that. And I recommend it if you haven't watched it because it kind of ties into what we're talking about now.
Right on.
Have you guys seen it by chance?
No,
I've-
I have
I'm
not.
not. I need to
You
watch
should.
some Michael Moore films. I still want to watch Bowling for Columbine.
You need to watch more of them.
That's that Hayden content we love to see here, baby.
That's why
Hayden,
you're
Hayden.
guest host.
Hey, I'm gonna mute your mic.
All right, see you later, guys. It's been fun.
Oh, jeez.
God.
Yeah. Wow.
Bowling for Columbine was also good.
Yeah. I don't know why they bowled for it though.
It was all because they had a bowling club at that school, and I'm pretty sure the shooters were part of the bowling club, or like bowling class or something.
Well, you know those radicalist bowlers.
School shootings are such a weird thing for like Europeans to comprehend because it's just not ever an issue here.
They're now building schools with like zigzag hallways, so
they?
shooters have like less of it. I'll pull it up. Like
I feel like
and then-
this isn't the solution.
Yeah, no.
No, again, there are many other solutions that would definitely.
Other than just acknowledging it's probably going to happen, so let's put things in place to make it more difficult.
See, Liam would say just gather an entire school once a year and just fucking put them all in the gym with the fucking government and shoot them all, and that'll prevent all the other school shootings for the year.
I'm like in the tread of your jib there, man.
I was saying what you would say. That's not what I would say.
That's what Harvey said,
makes
and we
sense.
have him on record
I
saying.
don't know
it.
who Harvey is. That fucking right there says Hayden. So
Okay,
don't
so
know
I
who
got
that
like
is.
one image that looks familiar,
Uh-oh.
but don't worry, it's my favorite image. But it's like so they have it like zigzag, and they have like walls you can like hide behind. For like
Wow.
those walls are literally
effective.
No,
literally
they
just
just
hide
go
behind them.
when you enter those little corridors, you're just trapped then.
Yeah, it seems like they just go straight to a wall.
You're just stuck in there until the shooter finds you.
Well, I think most schools. I should not be keep scrolling. I think most school shooters are like they kind of just stand in one place and just kind of open fire. I saw another one of a zigzag hallway, but I cannot find it nowadays. But yeah, I mean that's a nice little sniper outpost. But
Oh god.
Right.
but yeah, no, you think they'd work on reforming gun laws, not building new stools that are harder to shoot up.
It's kind of weird too, because like as people in America light, we don't really have like guns as much here, but like we still had shooting drills and all that, so it doesn't seem like super foreign. And there was even a time where we had to go on like an actual lockdown because there was a shooting nearby our school, and it's just like it is still super weird to think that is like not only like a thing in the States, but it's like not an uncommon thing. It's crazy. It's wild.
Do you know guns are the leading cause of death among American children and teens?
No way.
Wow, what a shock.
I'm surprised.
Yeah. Each day, 8 children die from gun violence in America. Another 32 are shot or injured.
Do you say 8 a day?
So that's 40 children a day are shot.
Yeah, but that's gun violence, so that's not necessarily school shooting.
That means once a year you need to kill 2,920 children to prevent the 8 daily deaths. According to Liam's philosophy on solving issues.
And that,
of
but you got to pick the ones that would die on those days. You got to figure it out.
There were 92 school shootings since 2018, and that was in 2021. So you're averaging like 33 a year.
30 a year.
So you're averaging one every 10 days.
What the fuck?
I'm trying to find a thing on it here, but I remember seeing like a study on like most gun violence and deaths in the U.S. are caused by accidents, because like just people not properly caring for weapons.
Yeah, that'll get you.
I saw something the other day. I don't know the validity of it because I was just scrolling on Instagram, but I think it's like once a week someone dies or is injured from gun violence because a toddler was holding the gun.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, why not give a toddler a gun?
That's a great idea.
I mean, what's the worst that can happen? It's just a gun.
Yeah, guns don't kill people. Toddlers do.
So here's the statistic. So between 2006 and 2016, 6,885 people in the U.S. died from unintentional shootings. That's like almost 2 a day.
They just accidentally shot themselves or others.
Or someone else. Or, yeah. Wild. But America doesn't have a gun problem.
No, they're fine.
That's freedom,
What's getting a gun like in Canada?
Can't say I've ever tried.
You need a license. It also depends what. Like, we don't have many. Like, I don't even think you can get a concealed carry in Canada.
You can.
Like, most states you can. But my dad used to have like about 5 or 6 guns. He used to be a big time hunter. But then when we moved from Alberta out here, he just sold them all. So he had like, I think, a couple of shotguns. I think he had a couple of hunting rifles, and then he had some sort of like AR. I don't think it was like an AR-15 or anything, but it was some sort of fucking thing. He shot a bear once. And actually, I think we have the bear right in the basement. So if I ever move out, when I move out, I'm not fucking living here the rest of my life.
If I ever move out.
I swear to God, I'm going to leave the basement one day. But I'll see if I can snag that bear rug, because that's like the perfect.
I mean, I know here we're very strict on it. And you need to, if you want to buy a gun, you have to state what it's for. And if it's for like just like range shooting, you have to give the serial number of the gun, the name of the one range that you're allowed to use it in, and then you need an agreement with that range that you'll be using the gun there.
Mm-hmm.
And it can only be used in that range then and there. And then when it's at home, it has to be stored in a gun safe that is not on the ground floor.
Okay.
Interesting.
I think ours are pretty different. Ours, like, you can have the gun, but you have to like, anytime you travel with it, it has to be kept in a lockbox, and you have to keep ammunition separate from it at all times.
Yeah.
When it's locked at home, and but you can take it to like any gun range, I think. And I don't.
No, here it's a specific gun range.
I do still think you have to claim whether you want to use it for like hunting or range shooting, but yeah, either way, it's like it's not that strict here.
Hunting here isn't overly common. So the main 2 reasons we have guns are for leisure, just shooting range, and then farmers use them on foxes and dogs. Right. And that would be it. We do, though, so Ireland used to have wolves. They're now extinct, which means we have deer, but no predator for the deer.
Oh, so that leads to some problems?
Yeah, so we have to cull the deer every year. I think we kill about 50,000.
Damn.
Fuck.
Because there's just nothing that kills them.
Why don't you
Ireland's
just
biggest
500 die
predator.
a day?
Apparently, the deer's biggest predator is human with a gun.
But Ireland's biggest predator is a fox, which just isn't really a predator.
Yeah, wow.
But yeah, like Rory said, there's a big campaign to reintroduce wolves. Because it would solve the problems and fix the ecosystem. Then the farmers give out that it's gonna, hurt their sheep and stuff. But then the farmers always give out they give about the deers and the fact that the deers give their cows TB. But then when we give them a solution, they're like, but then the wolves will kill everything. Which they're never happy. They're never happy.
That seems like most things that come down to like people voting on anything or in general. It's just there's always some.
See, what you need to do is gather. How many deer did you say you kill a year?
50,000.
So you'd have 50,000 one day. It's just deer day.
You just tell deer, okay, I need 50,000 of you to gather in this one space.
Well, wait, what's that? How many people live in Ireland?
I could have told you this is
Isn't it like
4.8
4
million.
million?
It's almost 5 million.
4.8, yeah.
Damn.
Well, it's 4.995, but that. What do you know?
Jesus, you know your own country.
Yeah, 4.8. That's still 2019. But anyway, so you have 5 million people, and was it 500,000 deer?
50.
50,000. So you just need Hayden. What's the math on how many people kills one deer?
Fucking 100 kills one deer.
1 in every 100 people kill a deer. Yes. So.
Or 100 people kill one deer.
That's 100 deer.
That's 100 deer, Don.
No, 50,000 deer, 5 million people.
Yeah,
but you said one.
If 100 people kill one deer, then you have 100 dead deer.
No, they're all killing deer, you moron. They're not killing
100
deer, they're killing 50,000.
He
Wait, you
means
said
100 people team up and kill one deer.
Yeah, that's how the math works out too.
That's not very
one
nice.
deer.
Who says it? If you say 100 people kill one deer, I'm assuming you don't have fucking 10 squads of 10 people recon in a singular deer.
Liam,
I do like the idea though of sending
5 million
squads.
a year.
Sending squads out in no weapons or anything either, just people
the
with their
deer.
bare fists, 100 of them and one deer.
Listen, so you take 1 in 100 people in Ireland, you make it so it's the top 1% of the population physically. So you get rid of the old people, you get rid of the children, you whittle it down to the middle of the bell curve, and then just from the top 1% of Irish people in strength and skill with guns or whatever. And their task for that day is to kill one deer. And if they kill the deer, they get a week off work. And that way, no one kills deer for 364 days. The deer don't have to worry. You simply do one deer holocaust a year.
Or the government pays people and it's done.
Over the course of a year. That's so much deer suffering.
No, it just happens over a month.
A month. What the government's time's valuable. The people's time's valuable. Let's give everyone an extra 29 days.
The government is not going out there killing the deer.
That's what 100 people are for, per deer.
You kill a deer, you get a week off work. You get 2 weeks off work.
Why are we? Does the deer get to hunt you then?
You get a week off work for every deer you kill, but you have a 24-hour period. It's the deer purge.
What happens if you
Okay,
fail?
but deer would go extinct.
No, because you have a global scoreboard, and when that hits 50,000, if you kill a deer, you die.
Ricochet turns on.
Do you want to protect the deer population or not, man? I'm trying to be your ally here, and you're fighting me on every fucking step of the way.
You kill a deer,
should never be in
die.
charge.
You only kill a deer and die if you go over the 50,000.
What happens if you don't kill one after 24 hours, though?
Nothing. You just have to go to work the next day.
Deer
but for every
kills
deer
you.
you kill in 24 hours, you get a full week off work. So if you're a pro hunter and can sack 50 deer, you get a year off preparing for the next deer.
It would have
But then you
massive
just make
negative
no
economic
money.
consequences.
No, the government pays you. That's how. You still get
Okay,
as much
so
money as
you're-
normal.
Money.
Your advice is for the government to pay 50,000 deer's worth of weeks off instead of paying a few hunters to kill the 50,000 deer.
Yeah, but listen, for some people, it's going to be the same. So basically what you do is you can also bank these weeks. So if you kill 55 deer, you get a year and 3 weeks off. But you can bank those 3 for a future year. So what you do is you have a whole year off. You use that year to prepare and plan your next deer aside. So then next year you kill 100 deer and you have a full year off. And you do this for a few years. And now all of a sudden you're 34, have millions of deer souls on your back as a burden, but you never have to work again.
Do you know how fast the government would go bankrupt?
I'm literally looking it up right
They
now.
can print more money, Harvey.
That's how fucking inflation happens.
That is 41 million a year in weeks off
For dollars?
for euro.
For euro,
41. Wait, 41 million?
41 million euros worth of weeks off.
For 50,000 weeks off.
That's
How do you arrive to this outlandish number?
I looked up the average weekly wage in Ireland and multiplied it by 50,000.
That's true. The math works.
There you go.
Okay.
I don't think the Irish government wants to spend 41 million euro on that a year. I won't lie.
When we could just pay someone like 1,000.
Okay. For every deer you kill, you get a day off work. That's
An hour off
work.
work.
You get
What
an
if you?
extra half hour
Okay,
lunch.
fine. Final proposition. You just pay a few select, we'll call them hunters, for every deer they kill. No time off work. You just pay per deer, and then the problem should sort itself. You don't have to do it on one day. You can do it over, we'll call it a season, a hunted season.
You know, I think this might work.
Okay, you should talk to your people higher up in the Irish power.
I'll talk to my representatives. Tell them maybe this is how we should do things. And they'll say, Jack, I don't know where you've been, but this be how we've been doing things.
Oh, they've already implemented a similar system to mine. Well, I guess I'm just as smart as the Irish government then.
I guess so.
He's a brilliant mind. Oh my! Wow. Well, that was a good 15 minutes on deer call talk. Oh.
No worries, Rory. I got you. So what can I say? I'm something of a scientist myself.
Clearly.
So Hayden,
this is what you get for dropping out of an engineering degree. You get a brilliant mind who
they kicked me out for
deer and children.
they kicked me out for my radical deer beliefs. Now
Are these? Will we pay these hunters for the children as well?
now guys, everyone's silent for a moment. I have to show you guys something.
Whoa!
Oh, man.
Oh my god!
Hello?
Alive somehow.
This looks weird now.
This looks very
Yeah,
weird.
it's so strange.
5 is
We need a sixth.
Well, Jack, you're technically the guest, not the guest host. So
We'll see you later.
hello and welcome to the Modern Day Morons.
Well, surely the guest
Jesus
host is
Christ.
the one that's no longer needed.
The guest host we can drop. We got all three.
Wow.
Yeah. The guest stays, the guest host goes.
But I'm like a higher rank of guests.
Yeah,
'cause
but
I'm like the
the
king
person
and you're like
you're-
the queen.
The person you're replacing is back, so you
I'm
can
not
go
replacing
now.
anyone. He died.
But he's back to life now.
He's not
Chris.
dead now,
I
but he
think the
was.
dead arc is solved. He's been reanimated.
I might sound like a robot. You guys sound so laggy to me. It's probably my internet.
Yep.
Sounds
You are surprisingly coming through fine.
Yeah, we
Okay,
were
great.
fine.
you
Yeah,
guys
it's definitely your
all
internet.
sound robotic for me, and my ears were just dying. I'll just tank it, I'll just take it to the face.
Wow.
Poor things. I heard you guys arguing about deer.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
a
yeah.
good
Well,
pick.
it wasn't an argument, more of a how do we solve the deer population problem?
In Ireland,
Apparently, my beliefs are too radical.
I
You're
am
just
having
a
a
We
lot
lot
of
also
trouble
had a good.
following this
We also had
conversation.
Liam also had a good conversation about how we can cull the children population.
of Ireland.
When you say it like that, it paints me in a negative light.
My
You
my
did
connection might drop
suggest
for a
that
sec.
we take out an entire classroom of children in one go. That was your suggestion.
Listen, if there's no context, it makes me look like I'm a madman.
What context will make you not look like that?
I don't want children to have to worry about whether or not they're coming home.
He did say you might drop out. so
Okay. I missed that.
He says connection might drop.
Fuck. Yeah, what
Oh, shit.
a conversation. Oh, always a good time when Liam doesn't have a full plan schedule.
Yeah, no, it was me and him here first before the rest of you joined, and he did ask if I had any ideas.
He joined during the topic selection phase of the podcast.
I'm the one who brought up the Queen having COVID.
That wasn't even
Queen has
Liam.
COVID.
No.
He has COVID, yeah.
I
Damn.
thought he had one in the bank.
There's also a
No.
boat in the Atlantic Ocean. Did you know?
There's a
Yeah,
boat in the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, there's a boat in the Atlantic.
One whole boat
Fun
in the
fact.
whole ocean.
We learned
That's
Oh,
that.
there might be more.
Really?
Then children
That's-
die, and so do deer. That's been this podcast.
Okay,
And
cool.
the
cool.
schools have
Ireland.
zigzag hallways.
Sorry I'm late.
Boat alter.
Why can't I fucking
This is the second broadcast Iron that Liam's put up spelled wrong.
Wordle Woes.
Why don't I fact check my own shit?
See you later.
See you later,
loser.
Liam. Also, Brandon Jacob, I don't know if you noticed, but it was like episode 31 or 32. Liam put Kanye in the title, but he spelled
yeah.
it Kanye.
Kane.
The next week, I noticed on that pod in the topic selection or in the chapters on YouTube that he spelled it wrong, and I pointed it out. He's like, "Wait, are you serious? That means I spelled it wrong in that title a week ago."
That's so funny.
Poor guy. Poor guy.
Boat alter. Oh my god.
Boats alter a boat. What were you trying to say?
Boat
Alert!
Boat alert. Boat alter. Boat spotted.
We don't praise boats in this podcast.
Wow.
Christ almighty
Damn.
Christ.
On the bright side, with 5 cameras, you really see that Norwegian background.
I do be looking nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
love
is it Norway?
Norway.
Shout out
Yeah.
our fallen comrade Espen. He's not dead. He's just in Norway.
I don't think he's I don't think he's fallen very far.
He has like 6 roommates right now.
Living the dream.
Didn't all of them have COVID like 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago? Oof.
But yeah, the Queen has COVID. There's a boat in the water.
Wordle's
It's
making
It's on
a
fire,
word.
by the way. The boat is on fire.
Hayden's mad about
Oh.
a word game. And also,
Nah,
Ireland
Wordle's
has.
bullshit.
Hey, no, we don't disgrace Wordle in this.
I got a question about this boat. Is it just cruising through the Atlantic,
No, they
completely
evacuated-
ablaze, and they're just like, we can't deal with this. Just
I mean, what are you gonna
let-
do?
let it
Just
go.
swim up and just splash some water on it?
They evacuated all the crew, and I think the main fire might be out. So now they're just trying to get salvage crews to it to see if they can salvage any of the vehicles. Because
I
a bunch
prefer
of
the
them were like,
image of the ablaze boat just making its way to its destination.
One
Sounds
side
good.
of the Atlantic to the other.
I feel like we have to show Jacob this at the very least.
Okay,
This
yeah.
oh, not the
Oh, is
commercial.
it?
No!
Okay.
We're doing it again.
I've seen this commercial.
Okay,
I
you've
know this
seen it.
commercial.
Okay, we'll just skip to the money shot.
Yeah, I think Liam just
Skip
wants
to
to
the-
watch it
Yeah,
again.
Liam
He just wants to watch
for the
it.
5th fucking time today.
You missed the part too where he
No.
ran back this 5 seconds at 0.25 speed 3 or 4 times just to really soak it all in.
He also suggested that we do this every year.
Okay, again, out of context. So
Not really.
Jack said the reason they have this commercial is because this happens every year.
No,
That's not what he said. He said
That's
a
not what I
classroom's worth
said.
of children dies in road accidents every year.
Yeah,
In
so
Ireland.
Jacob, my
In Ireland.
fear, right, is because I don't like pain and suffering. And so if this happens and this amount of children die every year, we should instead just have one day a year where we wipe out a classroom and then no one else dies for the rest of the year. So that way, if they survive the first day, the parents don't have to worry every day if their children are going to be victims of vehicular manslaughter. So I
Mhm.
care for the people. And these guys are calling me an extremist and
This
saying
is
we shouldn't
literally
murder a
just the
classroom full
plotline
of
of the
people.
purge, but children.
So do you think it's possible that like that is just an average number? Like some year there might only be one kid, but you're actually
There's
you're
never only
guaranteeing
one
the
kid.
average. You're guaranteeing the average, but you're guaranteeing that it's no more.
Well, the thing is, he
So-
isn't guaranteeing.
yeah,
it's
you
no
can't
more.
guarantee-
We
the
actually
kids
did
won't
come to the
then die
conclusion that it would
later in
probably
the
be
year.
2 classrooms of children if we were to follow Liam's plan.
Right.
Well, according to Liam, 2 classrooms minus
one
one.
kid.
Minus 1
My-
kid, of course. Yeah.
Because if a kid was going to die, you can't double count him if he's going to die anyway that day. But I digress.
That's like
Uh,
some Death Note shit. You can't do that.
How's the plumbing going?
I'm glad that we've come to the conclusion that
done.
we cannot wipe out a
done.
classroom of children.
I finished the plumbing.
Damn. Does it
What
work?
were you plumbaging?
A sink. I'll send a picture in the
Discord
group
alert.
thingy.
Does it work?
It works. It
Let's
fucking
go.
works. There's no leaks. I have a
that you
new
can
faucet. No, I sat down under there for like 5 minutes with the water running.
Gotta sit
What
on
if
it.
the leaks are in the walls?
That's a nice
That would suck
fucking
for me, I guess, wouldn't it?
thing. And thing. I was in a rich person's house one time. And they had that same faucet as a nice
Yeah,
faucet.
it's from IKEA. Don't mind the
was gonna
backsplash.
say,
I have
it
yet
looks
to
Does it have
tackle
a does it
that.
have a light on the inside?
Of the
No,
sink?
it doesn't.
No,
I'm
of
not that
the
crazy,
of the
The faucet?
tap. Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's no light. There's
Well,
no.
never
in
seen
my old
anything
house,
like
we
that
used
in
to
my
have
life.
one.
You're
It
the
looked
I
like
had
Iron Man's chest.
For sure.
I like those new countertops.
Yeah, it's nice.
Nice and
The
modern.
backsplash needs to be replaced. I'm gonna have to tile that later, but one thing at a time, boys.
I mean, it doesn't look terrible now. I mean, it's all the same color, but like it.
I mean,
you
like-
could have a worse looking contrast with the old stuff.
True, except if you look where there's that gap,
Yeah.
where the backsplash of the old counter used to be, that went
Mm.
up and butted the tile. I got more work to do, but as you can see, I was running water in that sink, and there was no leaks.
Hell yeah. Can we get a plumbing view real quick, Liam? Show us them pipes.
Yeah, look at that plumbing, dude.
Oh shit.
Man-made, did it all.
Wow.
Nice.
Very, very proud dad over here.
Now you can add plumber to the carpentry now.
I can.
Professional plumber.
Well,
Professionally trained plumber.
I dabble, in the plumness.
As a treat.
I like that light. That looks like a powerful light.
It's DeWalt. Uses the same batteries as my drill and driver.
Ooh.
It's very convenient.
Oh yeah, I've seen those commercials where they just like flip it like
Oh,
a fucking gun magazine and then
Yeah.
onto the power
Yeah.
drill.
I got
Yeah,
a
it's
DeWalt
great.
drill. It's a fucking lifesaver.
It's great. You need a driver, though, if you're doing anything serious.
I have.
Thankfully, I'm not.
This is my tool set right here.
Huh?
Ooh,
Oh, little
Nice.
kid.
Multi-tool.
Got a torch here and then a multi-tool. And that's it.
nice.
This guy could find his way home.
Got it for Christmas, which was a strange gift, I must admit. But it comes
Yeah,
in
you're
handy,
gonna be doing
especially
a
with
lot
my
of-
PC.
You're doing a lot of renos in your apartment.
Yeah, the apartment that I don't own.
You could do renovations and just take the bullet when they get mad at you.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know if you guys can see it. I think. Oh no, you can. Right above my head. I didn't rip
Dent?
the paint off the wall. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Come on now.
So I.
Come on now.
They don't know that yet. They will charge me for it at the end of the year, but for now,
It's just paint.
it's just paint. But they'll charge me for it. Yeah.
You're supposed to repaint anyways.
It's not.
So-
I
that
mean,
long.
you only have to repaint if you do some ulterior paintings.
Are you in like a commercial apartment or like a student housing apartment?
So I live in a private student apartment complex. So there's, I think, about 40 apartments, and they're all occupied by students.
Okay, but the school doesn't have like their fingers in it. It's like a
No.
No,
it's just a different like fucking real estate company.
So there's a hotel, and the hotel owns these apartments.
Okay,
okay.
nice.
Somebody's
nice.
making fucking money.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Big time.
Lots.
Listen, Jack. If you have any issues with them trying to charge you, just I'll book a ticket over there and I'll resolve the issue.
And you'll get arrested at the airport.
Yeah, instantly.
You won't get
Yeah.
to the airport.
Yeah. Wow. Now
I believe it.
the only thing we did here, like at this apartment, was like there was a room that was completely unfinished, and my roommate used to live in this room, and then he was like, "Fuck this! I hate it. It's too small." So then we went and like patched up the unfinished room and put up like a bunch of plastic wrap and shit. Well, that's it. And we didn't get in trouble for it, obviously, because we got.
Does it have? Did you put drywall up?
No, we didn't put any drywall.
So it's just the studs and
Just the studs and
insulation and vapor barrier.
Finally covered insulation. Yeah.
Wow.
For the first
Is it by see-through plastic or is it?
It is unfortunately see-through plastic.
It does the trick. It's got all the benefits. Just
It
can't hang
doesn't,
anything really.
Well, that's the funny thing is that he ended up hanging a bunch of shit and just either using like a complex series of like bungee cords and also just nailing shit into the studs.
Yeah, I mean
that works.
Yeah,
That's what you're
it's
supposed
easier
to
to
do
find your studs.
It is very easy to find the studs in there.
I'm jealous.
Oh,
Have you considered decking the room out with shower curtains?
No, but we there was a while where we were
Shocking.
like we could put up a bunch of like fabric on the walls, and then we thought about it for like another 5 minutes. And we're like, no, why would we do that?
Posters.
Sounds
Purple
good.
walls.
Sounds like a fire hazard.
Yeah,
You should buy a bunch of like Lego bricks and then just build a
Build a
Lego
wall.
There you
I
go.
actually, legitimately, it's funny that you say that because he's just recently gotten back in touch with his Lego love from childhood. So now there's like a whole shelf up top where before we just used to keep like bongs and shit, and now it's like it's just like half of a Lego city now because he's just bought like 3 or 4 of the Lego city sets. And so that's what's going on there. So maybe one day we can smash those and put up a wall.
You would lose the same amount of floor space if you put like Lego all around. Like you're losing like, I don't know, 1.5 inches, 2 inches in total from every wall.
You know what'd be easier though?
Lose
A
like
mega
2
block
square
wall.
feet.
That would
Yeah,
be.
but you lose like 20 square feet if you put fucking mega blocks up.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like 2 inches wide a piece.
Use Lincoln logs.
Lincoln Logs.
Lincoln logs fucking rock.
That's a
But
throwback.
it wouldn't work.
What are
It
Lincoln
wouldn't work.
logs?
We've been over this. I know we've been over this.
They're just like little wooden logs that look like little log cabin logs, and they build that way too.
And
they're-
they link.
It's
Yes,
weird.
They're
yeah.
logs that link. They've got little dados cutting them.
Actually named
Oh.
after Lincoln, Nebraska. Either Lincoln, Nebraska or Abraham.
I think Lincoln Park made them.
These are weird.
They're fucking awesome.
They're awesome, yeah.
They look cool, but they're
There's
weird.
a reason I'm a carpenter today. I used to live in Lincoln logs.
No, they have them in Ireland. In Ireland, they're called Limerick logs.
Oh, okay. Makes sense now. Why didn't you say this before? Obviously.
Yes. I literally just Googled Ireland and then tried to find a city that started with L to make that fun.
Yeah, well,
Honestly,
Limerick.
couldn't tell if we were joking or not.
Yes, he is.
I couldn't either. I was sure he is.
Limerick logs. That's the next $1 million idea for all you Irish architectures.
And then you'll get sued out of your mind.
No, it's clearly a different thing. They're Limerick logs.
Yeah,
Just spell
Yeah.
it wrong.
are different. There'll
Yeah.
be a little,
Logs
put a
wrong.
little leprechaun on the packaging. Totally
Put 2
different.
O's. Put 2
Lepro
O's in
logs.
Leper logs. There we go.
Leper logs.
2 G's.
Yeah.
Lucky
Cheese
logs.
logs.
Lucky
Silent
log.
Z in there. End of the word log with a Z.
It's LAWGS.
Log.
Yeah. Or just make up words like fucking Wordle is doing.
Yep.
Well, I feel like
We already bitched about
Will.
Will and Tacit.
Fuck it.
Wait.
I got the words and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Wait, have you done
Like, I got it
today's
through
word, Jay?
pure deduction. I did it last night.
With
Got it
the
through
help
pure
of your
deduction.
partner.
Well, it wasn't a real fucking word, so it doesn't matter how many minds we had. You still had to make up a word to get it right.
Fucking, I don't remember if it was you or her, but one of you dunked on me in your Discord because you got it in one less guess. But you were both fucking working on it at the same time.
Yeah, but you're an engineer, bud.
I mean,
a word engineer.
Yeah, engineers
figure
are
this
like
shit out, boss.
notoriously bad for communications. Like they add like communication courses to the curriculum because engineers for years just don't fucking communicate well with people.
it's true.
Great. The guys who are building our bridge have no fucking clue what's going on.
Well, listen, if you saw those
No,
classes,
no.
you
They don't
understand
build the
that
bridge. They design the bridge.
They design the bridge.
Sometimes they build it.
And also, if you saw some of those classes, you'd be like, "Oh wow, yeah, it's very surprising. There's not a lot of social skills in this group."
Oh my god.
Damn.
I mean, I'm not.
Rough.
Hayden knows what I'm saying. It's
Sorta,
that
yeah. sometimes.
There's some that like break the mold and they're like very personable and charismatic, and then there's the main group.
The main.
I would even say the main group.
majority
But there's a
population.
there's a sufficient subset of individuals. But
Isn't there always though? I mean, look at us.
What about us?
What does that mean, Jake?
Are you sufficient or insufficient? Chad,
What about
vote
us?
now. Which
Yeah.
podcast members are insufficient?
Get a poll going.
Well,
Te-
Liam did fuck up his writing skills twice, so
Alter. I don't even know how to pronounce the spoilers that you spelled.
It's
Right.
clearly spelled spurls.
there's not even a U in. Wait, is there? No, there's not
There's
even
not
a
a
U.
U in spoilers.
Well, they use by the E on the keyboard.
What? No, it's not.
It's like a few keys over.
It's
like
1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 keys separating.
Yeah,
the widest fucking fingers I've ever seen.
yeah. They call me wide fingered Liam. Although my hands
you
are
go.
fucking. My hands
Nobody
are
called
tiny,
me
bro.
That is how close E and U is on the keyboard.
Okay,
Nice.
well that's just disrespectful. I invite you on this podcast, and you just come in.
begged me. You
I
begged
bet. Yeah,
me.
yeah. Does that sound likely that I didn't know if I'd have anyone else to do the podcast with by 4:00? So I asked 2 people to cover my bet.
Hey, I'll be
Imagine.
honest, boys. When I joined into the podcast lobby before the podcast, Liam said Braden and Jacob probably aren't going to come. So I'm surprised you
I
guys
mean,
are here.
That's the vibe I got, or that they'd at least be late.
Certainly was.
I
yeah.
made it, just barely.
You rolled in, and like 2 seconds later, we hit the hour mark.
I'm quite possibly dying right now. Might be the first podcast death besides Jacob's arc of being dead for a week, but I made it.
Nearly 2. Nearly
Yeah.
I'm
2.
finally done my renovations though, or not. That's not true
Was
at all.
completely
but
finished.
Getting there.
finally
We're done
done
the ones
the
that-
kitchen counter and sink.
Hell
So,
yeah.
Yeah. You're
Project.
done the ones that are required for a kitchen to function.
Yeah, I did go a week without water in my kitchen. It was really
Ooh.
annoying getting water from my bathroom sink.
You even did your cooking stream without the water.
I know, I'm a mad lad. That's what I
I
am.
missed the
You
cooking
boiled snow
stream.
for it. I was so mad.
It was a good stream. Good
It
stream.
was.
I have to watch the
Fun.
VOD.
You could do, or you could wait for the YouTube video.
I could watch
Ooh.
both.
You know,
You could.
just put it out there.
So I know our guest time is very precious.
Of course.
So
What
we
about
might-
your time, Liam? How
My time
precious
is-
your time.
It's
Not very.
worth not. It's like fucking Greek currency. It's bottomed out completely in terms
The
of
Greek
its value.
currency is the euro.
So well, now it is because they got bailed out. Okay. God. Guys, I hope you enjoyed Jet's saga on the podcast. For now, it comes to a close. This will
hope
be
so.
his last.
Specifically mine, Hayden staying.
Yeah, Hayden's staying.
Maybe. That's right.
It's weird to hear Hayden. I'll be honest. I know it's your name, but like, it's probably weird for you to hear Hayden.
Yeah.
I
I
Just
hear
like just stopped responding to it.
it's not weird just because I'm only literally called Harvey on Twitch and that's it. Literally fucking nowhere else.
Alter ego.
I count Discord as like a subset of Twitch.
Twitch, yeah.
Yeah.
It is kind of. It is
I mean,
kind of. Yeah.
also the first time you came on guesting, I think we had you as Harvey.
Hayden, how much money theoretically would we have to raise for you to legally change your name to Harvey?
I feel like we had this discussion last time, and it was
A couple
no.
of bucks.
I'm pretty sure it's no
$6
amount of money.
and a
'cause I like
donut.
the name.
yeah. I
Yeah,
think
but
you said
don't-
none.
Don't you like money too?
If the MDM podcast specifically could crowdfund $1 billion,
One
Okay.
billion. Okay.
I would
Okay.
change my name to Harvey.
No, but hear me out, right?
No last name, just Harvey. That's
No.
my legal name.
You can keep your last name, but hear me out. Like change it. Like if someone offered you literally $10,000 and
No.
all you had to do was you wouldn't change your name for
I would
$10,000.
absolutely change my name.
I don't take a shit for less than 75,000.
This is
Harvey, you could be this Harvey from Stardew Valley, though, if you change your name.
It's true. I could own a doctor's office. Have
Have
a
a
daughter
handsome
with purple
mustache.
hair.
Did
What
that
did you think was
image?
going to happen there?
Did that image show up on Twitch, Chad?
No, I did
Okay, well then, what did you think was going to happen when you pasted it and then it said?
That people
I
would click
expected
it.
Harvey to click the link.
That's
That's
what I did.
expected.
Yeah, but then
Tristan,
nobody
I
on
would
YouTube
absolutely
can know
change
what
my
you're
name for
talking about
10K.
unless they actually know what he looks like.
Wait, am I changing my name to Lemon for 10K?
Ooh.
I don't know what you do.
See,
Lemmy, maybe?
that's the thing though, is like you should get more if you change it to Lemon, because Lemon's not a fucking name. Changing from Hayden to Harvey, like that's an actual like realistic name. Like there's no discrimination going to befall
And
you.
it
if your
would
name's
just be
Harvey.
on legal, like people
That's
can
probably
still
not
call
true.
you Hayden. It would just be on legal documents.
Yeah,
You'd have
legally
to
your
write
name
down
would be
Harvey.
Harvey. Exactly. You don't have to.
That's a
you-
free 10K. You don't have to
It's-
tell
yeah.
anybody
It's not free. You know how
except for a police
you know how
officer.
fucking annoying it would be to change my name on all the fucking government shit that has my name.
But it's
Yeah,
I feel
$10,000.
like if you-
$10,000.
It would
But
take
if
like
you
maybe
think
a full
about,
day
like-
of work.
Yeah, if you think about like the price per hour, like if this were like a work day and you left the work day after 8 hours with 10K, that's pretty
be
fucking
cool,
good
but,
hourly
you know,
wage.
That's also like, would you fucking tattoo your entire face like a different color for like 10
That's
grand?
different.
That's
different.
totally
Totally
different.
different.
Nah, fuck. Nah, wait.
No one's gonna not hire you because your name's Harvey instead of Hayden.
I mean,
But
they
someone's
might.
gonna not hire you if you have fucking like bad stuff on your face.
I'd argue you'd actually have a much better chance at getting hired at Harvey's.
Yeah, but I don't want to work
That's a
there.
regional thing. Regional burger.
That's
burger
pretty
chain.
fair.
Name.
Listen,
Yeah, no,
I-
I'm good.
I feel
I
like
think I spent 6 years of my university career to not work there.
Do you know how difficult it would be for me to get a job as Lemon?
Oh, did you just dox yourself?
wait,
I
your
mean,
last
I've
your
said-
last name's actually Lemon?
Yeah, it is.
What?
You didn't know that?
Jake, did you know this?
I knew
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I thought you liked lemons. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I was wondering what the obsession with fucking lemons were.
No.
I didn't know your actual last name is it spelled like lemon?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a sick last name.
That is a sick last name.
You guys
Lemon
are-
Lemon though.
Oh, my
What a
God.
fucking name that would be.
Dude, the lemon lore keeps on lusting itself upon us. Damn, I honestly did not know that.
Now
You just
know.
shocked Liam into speaking in alliteration.
Now Jack just doxed himself.
I mean, feel free.
Yeah.
Not much there to take.
Well, once I was playing CS and I was talking a lot of shit, and then they doxed me.
We also, I'm not gonna lie, I also accidentally doxed Liam earlier. So
Earlier today?
literally
Yeah,
on
did
the
you not
podcast.
hear?
I stopped myself about halfway through, but there was a moment.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, my name's Liam Dodson. I live at 22 Deganis Drive, Toll Harbor. is what I'd say if that was my name and location, but it's not. So don't look.
So
into
no
it.
worries, really. Well, I suppose it's time we wrap up and cut that VOD part.
We're not cutting that, bro. I'm responsible for my actions and my actions.
So Liam won't be here next week.
Yeah, Liam's gonna get murdered.
Dude, I've been dodged a bunch online because I talked a lot of shit online, and those fuckers either IP chase you or I also have a lot of my socials linked to my Steam, so they find me through that. And they've
Oh,
gone
right, I remember reading through some of your Steam comments.
yeah, and once I was like, here, I'll read one of my Steam comments to
Yeah, I
end
want to
it-
see these because I
end
haven't
us
seen them.
off.
Liam
I'm filling in the swear words I think they put, just Steam filters them out with the right amount of letters. So here we go. This was a guy named Symbols commented on September 23rd, 2020. A lowlife ass that goes by the name of a dumbass named Liam. What the fuck? An overweight loser that hates, that smokes to cure his depression of being a failure and makes shit music. By the way, I'm gonna hit you up so you can pay for my ear surgery for listening to that shit. And banned something loser humor. Word of advice, go F yourself and your shrimp C. Oh wait, never mind. Other than you having a small C, you wouldn't be able to go over the mountain of failure and overweightness. Kid, go to the life. Stop being toxic just because you have a good game. There's always a bigger fish, and I want to see you talk smack when you're getting effed. Hold this L. A.
Wow.
And Liam
So,
wears that like a
What
badge
did you
of honor.
do to this man?
I talked a lot of shit in Rocket League. There's a few. I have a
True.
lot of.
He's
Rocket
been
League
banned
comments.
from Rocket League literally more times than I think is humanly
I
possible.
have
How
3
many
accounts.
hours cumulatively do you think you've been banned?
I've been banned for over a year total. I've added up.
Has your Fox Psionics account been banned yet?
That's actually the one that gets banned the least because that's my 3rd account. So that's the one I play on the most after the first 2. Because I get banned for a month at a time on Rocket League, like just full ban.
Why don't you
can't play.
just stop getting banned?
Well,
Because
listen,
he's toxic, dude.
No,
it's
listen.
not gonna happen.
much like the freedom fighters in Ottawa, I believe in the freedom of speech, and these corporate conglomerations like Psionics try to single out the little man and take away his basic human rights. And I, for one, will not fall for that.
Freedom of speech applies to like places of government, not fucking privately owned games.
Yeah, private companies don't apply. Same reason you can't say whatever you want on Facebook or Instagram or Twitch.
Yeah.
Well,
Oops. Oh. Well, that's all for the podcast, folks.
anyway, it's been a great podcast.
It's been a long one.
Lemon, is there anything you would like to plug, promote, shout out to?
Hayden's doing a
No. Hayden's trying to promote that. You promote your own shit in this podcast.
My name's Jack or Lemon, the Lemon Leviathan, Twitch TV. Yeah, that's where you find me. I'm coming back soon, March 1st. There you go.
March
Follow
1st,
him.
go.
His Twitch link will be in the bio. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to get our friend Jack, the Lemon Leviathan, a follow on Twitch. He does great streams, and he was able to help us out short notice on this podcast. So we appreciate you, Mr. Jack.
I did get demoted the minute I joined, though.
I mean, that's only because you responded 2 minutes after Harvey, so you were technically the guest, not the guest host. Now, our guest host, I hear you have a little something coming up.
Yeah, you guys have all heard about it by now. There it is at the bottom of the screen. This here Friday, Elden Ring comes out. That's pretty hype. Let's go. I'm going to be playing that for 24 hours. I'm going to give away at least one copy of Elden Ring, and I'm also fundraising to go to Honduras with a program through my school known as Global Brigades. We're going to be going there from April 30th to May 7th, I think, May 7th or 8th. And we're going to be going to a community that does not have access to clean water, and we're going to be designing a system for them to use for access to clean water and educating the locals on how to upkeep and maintain it. So I currently have I've raised probably around $2,000 between 2020 and now. I have another 850-ish to go. So I'm hoping that this stream picks some stuff up, and in order to incentivize the fundraising aspect of it, there's a lot of fucking sub goals that are associated with the stream, and I showed one off last week. That was I didn't say how many subs it is, but that was the phone headset that I had.
Love that.
So that'll be fun to use. I don't have anything offhand right now.
Changing your name to Harvey?
No, I'm not going to change my fucking name. Very unrealistic sub goal, by the way, because I have 154 followers as of this recording. If I hit 500 subs, I will get my very first tattoo, and it'll be an Elden Ring tattoo.
Ooh, hot damn.
Man. Playing for keeps.
So that's the
Can
high
I
sub goal.
afford 500 subs?
But that's the highest sub goal I have. Every other sub goal is below that amount.
Nice.
Jacob, didn't you have a sub goal for an anime tattoo?
Yeah, I did. I'm still waiting on the guy to get back to me on what he wants me to get. He's disappeared off the face of the internet.
Hot damn.
So
Damn.
I'm in no rush. I
But,
will get one, though, sooner or later. I'll just design it myself.
Nice.
Hayden, great cause. The link not only to his Twitch will be in our bio, but directly to the fundraiser page. So if you have a little extra money you want to send over to a good cause, send it his way. The boys, I can't speak for Jake and Braden, but I imagine we'll all be saucing a little cash that way to
absolutely.
help
You wait for it.
Question.
a friend of the podcast.
Is it
Yes.
better to gift subs or to donate to the link?
If you want, how much does a sub cost in euro? Like 5?
I think it's 3 now. There was
3?
There was a reduction in price, yeah.
Goddamn. Well, I'd get half of that, but if you donate directly to the link, then it's the full amount. However, that doesn't account to the sub goals, so it's up
It's
to you.
€4.
If you want to see me in fucking pain and anguish and shit on Friday, then I'd recommend subs. And if you just want to support a good cause, you can donate to the link.
Should take a shot of Worcestershire sauce.
I was thinking about
Worcestershire
putting that.
sauce?
I already have a shot of hot sauce on there because I don't like spicy stuff. I'm pretty sure we talked about that last time.
W sauce would be worse. I guarantee it.
Well, maybe I'll
Worst
add
thing
it.
I've ever tasted.
There's still time to add some more sub goals in there before it happens. So
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you find
so
some ghost liquids.
500 is the tattoo and 550 is the sauce.
Yeah. But shout out. But support Hayden on his stream. Subs help with fun goals. But if you want a bit more of your funds to go directly to Hayden, you can't go wrong with also donating through the link. Any way you send money to Hayden, he'll be grateful. We'll be grateful. He's a friend of the podcast, and we'd like to see him reach that goal so he can go help some people in need. Because it's one thing if he was just if he was just pocketing all this money, but he is not only volunteering his time, he is going out of his way to raise money to afford this trip, which is something just a lot of people wouldn't go to Honduras if it was free just to volunteer. And Harvey's not only doing that, he's taking money out of pocket and working hard to fundraise money to help support that cause even more. So we respect you all for that, and we hope to help out any way we can in this podcast community.
Thank you, guys.
Congrats.
And on that note, we are going to sign off. Thank you guys all so much for listening. We'll catch you on the next one.
Thanks, folks.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Noodles. Love you.